If you have heard of the phrase, "smells like the 70s, then you must be intrigued by vintage deodorant advertising. The 1970s were a pivotal time in American history, marking the end of the Vietnam War and the beginning of a new era of cultural and social change. If you remember the vibrant colors, the groovy music, and the iconic fashion of the 70s, then you're in for a treat as we take a trip down memory lane through these vintage deodorant advertisements. In the 1970s, women's deodorant and antiperspirant ads came in various forms, each with the goal of convincing consumers to use their product. From demonstrating how well the product performs throughout a busy day to shaming individuals into thinking that they will be humiliated by their natural body odor, these ads were a reflection of the societal norms and expectations of the time. Let's take a closer look at some examples from the 1970s and a few more from other decades, and explore the historical context behind them. The 1950s and 1960s were also marked by their own unique deodorant advertisements. From the outrageous proposition of shaving first and then applying deodorant to the famous "Sure Test" commercial of the 1970s, these ads were a reflection of the changing times and cultural shifts in American society. In the year 1972, U.S. anti-perspirant was considered something new, targeting both male and female audiences for the first time. This marked a significant shift in the advertising industry, as companies began to realize the importance of targeting both genders with their products. The 1980s brought about a new wave of advertising, with a focus on appealing to the younger generation. The "Sorry, Disco Kid" ad is a prime example of this, using humor and pop culture references to sell their product. As we journey through these vintage deodorant advertisements, we are transported back to a time of disco, hippies, and cultural revolution. The advertisements are not only a reflection of the past but also a window into the societal norms and expectations of the time. They serve as a reminder of how far we have come and how much has changed since the 1970s. The most exciting part is still ahead, so let's immerse ourselves in the images and reminisce about that era. Join us as we savor history through these photos and explore the fascinating world of vintage deodorant advertising in the United States.